Folks, it's the return of true journalism again. Fantastic news you can act on. It's working, folks, and you're doing it. The incredible Brigitte Gabriel. Hello, Brigitte.
Hello, Brent, and hello, our viewers. It is such an honor and a privilege to be able to come and be with you for whatever time you give us when we are together on News You Can Act On. It is so encouraging and it is so wonderful. To be communicating with people, Brent, I love it when people comment on our Facebook Live or the emails that they send us later after the show airs and they watch it and they say, finally, there is hope. I can do something. All these emails are so encouraging. Keep them coming. It means the world to me and Brent, who's slave in the studio. We talk to each other like, oh my gosh, how can we make this better? How can we reach more people? We love you. We appreciate your feedback. It means the world to us. We read your comments and we are so encouraged. We are so uplifted. We are ready to fight twice as hard as long as we know there are great people like you supporting the work that we do, are a part of the work that we do. This is a team effort. All as Americans who love our country, who are coming together, who are encouraging each other, who are inspiring each other. It is amazing. And I feel so encouraged, Brent, watching the news. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm really excited over the Italian election, the election results.
Wow.
It's amazing. They didn't see it coming, just like Brexit. Remember when England exited the European Union and everybody thought, oh, that's not going to happen. They underestimated the power and the excitement of the grassroots. And that's what happened in England. We just saw this happen again in Italy a few days ago, where a conservative leader was elected and nobody thought she's going to win because she talked about God, family, and country. And everybody thought she's a radical, she's a Marxist, she's a fascist, she's a leftist. They even compared her to Mussolini, like that. Like she's got roots with Mussolini. But I'm so encouraged because we are seeing a red wave coming, and we are seeing this worldwide. Look what's happening in Sweden, in France, in Italy, in England. And we are going to see the same thing happen in America, God willing. If everybody comes out and votes, okay, you need to come out and vote. This is so important. But it is encouraging, Brent. And I want our people who feel hopeless, who feel, oh, what is my vote going to do? I am all alone in this fight. You are not alone. And the wonderful thing is we are seeing this conservatism, where people in the West are saying, what made us great was our God, country, family, the family unit, the strong family unit, our belief in our Judeo-Christian values, which made Western civilization great, our belief in sovereignty, language, culture. And what the Europeans are seeing is that their culture have been eroding from the inside because they imported so many people who do not share their values. We in America, look, in America, it wasn't the MAGA movement that influenced the Italian election. It wasn't Donald Trump that influenced the Italian election. They experienced their own type of make Italy great again, rising. And that's what they elected. And I believe we're going to have the same thing. And I want people to be encouraged.
I do too, Brigitte. The buzz is out. People, you have hope. You are taking action. Results are happening. Act for America has gotten so many bills passed. It's amazing what's happening with Act for America. There's nothing like it. There's no one like you, Brigitte. I tell you what, some people on the live thread will say, hey, Brigitte, when are you running for president? I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd vote for you. But, speaking of the new Italian president, my goodness, talk about her bold speech. And she was talking about the global elites and saying, you know what? I'm a Christian. I'm a mother. I'm a wife, unapologetically, and she even quoted an Italian, poet that wrote a poem and alluded to his poem less than 100 years ago that said, literally, swords will be drawn to prove that 2 + 2 = 4 and that leaves turn green in the summer. I mean, and then she finished her speech with, and we are ready, sir. They're that serious about protecting their heritage, protecting their family, fighting against this ridiculous gender and class warfare that is designed to do exactly what she said would do, to turn the world into consumer slaves Italy doesn't
Right.
want that. England doesn't want that. The majority of Americans don't want that, folks. So you have to
That's
go to
right.
Act for America right now, actforamerica.org, and sign up for those news alerts and take action. It's so easy, Brigitte. You did such an incredible job with that website. I mean, it walks you
Thank you.
through, shows you the
Thank
representatives,
you.
helps you post to Facebook, helps you post to Twitter. It even encodes your name in there, folks. You got to do it, and you've got to do it today.
That's right. And it is making a difference. And I want to encourage you today so you can understand how when patriotic people come together. I know we just launched the show this year, a few months ago, Brad, but I'm going to share with you all the bills that have been passed, election integrity bills nationwide. And I'm going to go state by state, because when people come together and say, enough is enough, we're not going to take this laying down, we are going to make a difference for the country. And they start making the phone calls to their elected officials and they start sending those emails. There is nothing that cannot be accomplished. So I want you to be encouraged right now, because I'm going to share with you all the election integrity bills that have passed since the last election. So you can be encouraged that when you go out and vote, we are changing the corruption. We are taking our election back. We're not going to do it through a magic wand. It's not going to happen immediately, but through the hard work of people like us and those of you who are watching and those who took action, we are making a difference. I'm going to share with you the exciting news. Allow me to wear my glasses. 68 election reform bills passed in 30 states this 2021-2022 session. 68 election reform bills. So the country is waking up. People are waking up, and state grassroots is the key. And this is why, Brent, I always say, go to actforamerica.org, sign up to receive our emails and action alert. Make sure you let us know what state you live in so we can reach you when there's a bill coming down for a vote in your state. When we work with a lawmaker, one of your representative, and introduce a bill in your state legislator, in your legislative session in your state. And so we can notify you about it so you can turn up the pressure on your elected representative. Because after all, you are their constituent.
Right.
They listen to you. And unless we know where you are, whether you are in Arkansas or in Montana, if I do not know that you live in Arkansas, I'm not going to send you an email about a bill coming down in Arkansas, because we have no idea where you live. And I have to say this, Brett, we have so many people who sign up, just give their email address and their first name. You're not serving our country if you really want to be an effective activist.
Right.
If you do not let us know where you are so we can connect you with your elected official. And now you'll understand why I'm saying this. Act for America grassroots activists are positioned now in 3,070 counties out of 3,143 counties nationwide. And this is making us the largest, most effective, most influential grassroots organization in the country. So here are the Zuckerbucks legislative wins. These are the bills that we have passed. Remember, Zuckerberg funneled $450 million to 1,000 of election jurisdictions in 48 states. So 48 states, we're talking about the majority of the United States. So here's what we did. We started introducing bills to stop Zuckerbucks or foreign meddling or funding of election in different states. We have helped pass a total of 24 bills in 24 states to date to prevent private funding within the last 16-month period. The battle rages on as we continue to fight in the remaining 26 states, Brent. It's, again, like I said, it's not going to happen overnight, but we are making a difference, and we are hoping that by the 2024 election, we're going to have passed those type of bills in every single state in the United States. So here are the 6 new 2022 bills that have passed to stop Zuckerbucks or money like private funding to be funneled into elections. Iowa, big shout out to Iowa, Missouri, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, and Utah. Thank you, our members. Thank you, those of you who answered the calls, who sent the emails, who made the phone calls, who did the posting on Facebook, who participated in our Act Now campaigns, because that's exactly what it takes. And that's exactly why I tell you, when there's a bill coming down in South Dakota, I want to be able to know that you live in South Dakota so we can send you an email. And here's 2022 bills continue. Alabama, Indiana, Kentucky, Mississippi, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Virginia, and West Virginia.
Wow.
Again, Those are the bills that passed in 2022 to stop funding, to stop Zuckerberg's money, or people like Zuckerberg who are funneling millions of dollars for ballot harvesting and drop mailboxes, etc.
Right.
And I'm going to continue in 2021. We passed those type of bills in Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Kansas, North Dakota, Ohio, Tennessee, and Texas. We have states passing legislation that's vetoed by the governor, and that includes Louisiana, Michigan, North Carolina, and Wisconsin. Wisconsin vetoed twice. So I'm sharing the names of the states because I know a lot of you watching us right now, whether you are watching on Facebook, whether you are watching on the internet, whether you are watching us on Apple, whether you're watching us on broadcast, on Dish Network, whatever platform you are watching us on right now. Be encouraged. American patriots are rising. They are becoming more engaged, more involved. And we want you to be a part of this excitement. We want you to be a part of this exciting movement rising nationwide. We are going to fix our election. We are fixing our election as I'm speaking to you right now. So do not give up hope and say, what is my vote going to count? What, I'm a nobody. Everybody is somebody. Everybody is an American citizen. You are a powerful tool in our democracy, in our republic. When our founding fathers wrote the Constitution, when they gave us the Bill of Rights, they had you, your image in mind. They had you, the American citizen, wrapped in the American flag in mind as they wrote our incredible laws and our incredible rights. So don't squander that right. Let us know where you are. Go to actforamerica.org. Sign up to receive our emails and action alert. Participate. Click on Act Now campaigns. We have Act Now. You'll see the campaigns. We have Act Now National, Act Now State. Find out what campaigns are going right now on the federal level and the state level, and make sure you take action.
You know, Brigitte, it's so important that people need to understand that so many times, you think, what does my vote matter? Well, your vote must be worth something for our enemies to spend billions of dollars and millions of dollars to try to influence it. It's so easy, Brigitte. And folks, for you watching, we care about you. We put it on the line for you, especially Brigitte and the incredible people with Act for America. And I'm so honored to join you on this, Brigitte. But it's so easy for people, for your sense of freedom to fall into the cracks of your daily routine. You go to work, you pay bills, you go home, you sleep, you start that thing. You don't realize how important you are, and you don't realize how important your vote is, so much so that foreign people and saboteurs from within are willing to spend millions of dollars and do incredibly horrible things to try to change that vote. So your vote is more and more important than you know, and you know that your vote and your voice can be heard with Act for America for sure.
Exactly. And look, all these bills that I said, that I just mentioned, all these states, what, you think elected officials woke up one morning and they all decide, well, I think I'll pass a bill, I'll stop Zuckerberg. Of course not. No. They heard from you, the American people. They heard from their constituents. Again, squeaky wheel gets the oil. I keep saying that over and over and over, because this is exactly what the Democrats do. Squeaky wheel gets the oil, and we want your voice heard. And so I want to continue with, again, victory. This is so important for you to understand all the victories that we are doing nationwide. Good things are happening. We are fixing our broken election system. Again, we're not going to do it overnight, but we have accomplished a hell of a lot in the last 2 years. Now, here's voter ID and citizenship security wins, because remember, we wanted to pass bills to strengthen voter ID and citizenship security. So Alabama was the only state in the country to pass legislation to prevent illegals from voting in their state elections at the top of this year. Can you imagine? Only Alabama? What on earth is wrong with our country? I mean, you would think it's a given that only if you are a citizen of the United States that you would be able to vote in elections. But we started putting the pressure on other states. So now 6 states have now passed voter ID or equivalent to voter ID proof of citizenship and legal forms of ID at the polls to prevent illegals from accessing the polls, including, if you live in any of these states, you can pat yourself on the back, especially if you took action: Arizona, Florida, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Virginia. And we continue to campaign for legislation in the remaining 43 states to impact the 2024 general election. And excuse me, I cannot believe I did not put my phone on silence. Don't we just love technology?
Hey. It's always going, Brigitte. Hey, maybe it's a new supporter of Act for America helping to join the cause. You never know.
Actually, it's Newsmax, but I'll respond to them later. I'm doing Newsmax later on, but that's how it was. So exciting things are happening. Another bills, another wins that we passed. Ballot harvesting and trafficking wins.
Right.
Because remember, we're fighting ballot harvesting. Ballot harvesting and trafficking is a major concern in securing our election. We already know that. We have isolated the top 5 ways to prevent this from occurring nationally. Number 1, no all-mail voting. We're going to stop that. Number 2, no automatic voter registration. Number 3, strict absentee ballot security policy. Number 4, strong anti-ballot harvesting and trafficking laws and enforcement. And number 5, no unsecured, unsupervised drop boxes. Boy, those drop boxes, that's a huge issue that we are fighting, that we are determined to stop that.
Right.
So we helped pass 5 new bills, and here they are. Strict absentee ballot requirement in New Hampshire and Oklahoma. But you go New Hampshire and Oklahoma. Oklahoma's really in a lot of these states. See, goes to show you when you elect good candidates into office that you can work with, that's why your vote matters.
Right.
This election. You need to go out and vote. These bills are being passed because you put good people in office that we are able to work with, patriots who care about this country. Right. That's how we are able to pass bills like this. And I am hoping that this next election, we're going to have a sweeping red wave. We're going to be able to put patriots in office in both houses, on the state level, on the federal level, and we'll be able to really rock and roll as we move in to secure the 2024 election. Wow. Okay. Another one, strict ballot harvesting and trafficking security. Oklahoma, let the pack. Ban on automatic voter registration. Arizona. Early vote ballots prohibited from counting and disclosing until election day. Wyoming, good for Wyoming. Other critical election integrity wins. Voter cleanup and security. You know, the voter cleanup. One thing we learned in the last election, a lot of dead people voted. A lot of dead people. There were people who were dead a century ago that voted in the election.
You don't say.
you know. So we made it a point to work on those voters. We helped pass 10 new bills, including Arizona, Idaho, New Jersey, Oklahoma, and Virginia. Other security audit procedures, accountability to local electors, poll watch rights, and more includes 13 bills. Arizona, Kansas, Louisiana, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Tennessee, and Utah. So as I count these states, I say these, and I spared you. I literally took out the names of all the bills because that would have taken a whole hour to tell you each bill in each state. I just gave you the state. But the reason why I mentioned the states is, again, because I know you are watching us from all over the country. And I wanted to give you hope to understand that there are patriots rising all over the country. Right. We are the Marxists' nightmare. We are the socialists' nightmare. We are the New World Order nightmare. We are the patriotic Americans rising in defense of our families, right, our freedom, our security, our laws, our constitution, our Bill of Rights, in defense of the foundation that our founding fathers gave us. Our families are under attack. Our schools are under attack. Our universities are under attack. Our education is under attack. Right. Our faith is under attack. Our Judeo-Christian values are under attack. Now is the time to stand up. And I want to thank all of you who are standing with us. And you don't have to give money. If you are unable to give money, look, all these people who support the work that we do at least took action. I know the economy is tough. I know not everybody can support, but we want every single person engaged. You sign up to get our emails. We don't charge you a dime. We just want to be able to reach you to make sure you are notified so you can become a powerful voice affecting your community and our nation. Now, for those of you who are able to stand with us and support our work with a financial contribution, I would be so grateful As you can see, we pour our heart and soul and our effort and our resources and our staff. The bills like this across the country do not get passed for nothing because just some volunteer decided to do it. It takes volunteers, but it also takes paid professionals who are leading and coordinating and organizing. Can you imagine what we can do with a serious budget? You know, we don't have Soros. We don't have the Hollywood. We don't have Silicon Valley. We do not have the billionaires in New York. We have to depend on each other and on the generosity of great Americans. And it doesn't take a lot. When everybody does a little together, we accomplish a lot. On our small budget, we are able to accomplish this. Just imagine if we have serious budget to hire serious professionals to work with us full time on devoting their time. What we did in 2 years, we can do in 1 year in 2023, leading up to 2024. So I encourage you, I ask you to prayerfully consider standing with us with a financial contribution. If my message resonates with you, if you see any value in the work that we do and the work that we have done so far, I would be so grateful for a contribution from you, and any amount, and whatever it is, small or large. We are a 501c3 organization. Your donation is tax deductible. We're not doing the lobbying. The citizens are doing the lobbying. We're just telling you what's coming down, what bills. We do the research, we do the work, and we turn you, the powerful citizens of this country, to talk to your elected official. So your investment in Act for America is the best investment you can do in our country, because it is investing in your future. And you know, Brent, I'm just going to say it on the air. We are looking for angel investors. That's what I'm going to call them. I'm not going to call them donors. I'm not going to call them board members. I'm talking right now. If you are a business person watching me, if you are a business person, I'm looking for angel investors where you can get 100% tax deductible contribution. You can donate from your foundation. And I want you working with us as we change the laws in our country. I want you as an angel investor on our board of advisors to come in and even coordinate with us how we're going to save our country. We need major contributors. It's a 501c3. Your donation is tax deductible. You can go to actforamerica.org or drop us an email. Go under contact us, drop us an email, and I will personally be honored to reach out to you.
That's very powerful, Brigitte. You know, so many times people, you know, you get discouraged. You don't think your voice is heard. You know, your voice is being heard with Act for America. You know that you're getting true journalism with news you can act on. It can't be easier than to literally go there and click buttons and enter in your information. And, you know, so many times, Brigitte, people out of discouragement, you know, they fall into escapism. They just spend money to escape. You know, maybe it's renting the extra movies and you know, spending a fortune on carry out or things. And it's good to support your local businesses, folks. But imagine the peace of mind you would have knowing that, you know, instead of having money that you look at in your account, you think, man, where did that go? I don't know. Knowing that you're actually investing not only in your future, but the future of your children and your children's children. And on top of that, you can tax deduct helping yourself. I mean,
exactly.
Only in America, folks, but you really take the time to do this. Do it for your peace of mind. You know, action disarms fear, and courage disarms discouragement. If you're discouraged, take the courage, you know, muster up your courage to go to Act for America, become an operative. That's what I'm calling them, Brigitte. They're American operatives, patriots who literally are fighting for their freedom. Folks, if you knew what happened behind closed doors, it would blow your mind. And so people are they're starting to get a sense of the darkness that we are fighting, you know, with the swamp. And folks, you don't have to be crazy about one candidate, or just love your country and the platform, you know, of this republic. You know, people like to throw around so many times. They slide in other words besides republic. But folks, you know what? We are a republic. This isn't mob rule. Now the left is mob rule. You know, we even see them, Brigitte, turning on each other. They're self-destructive, but they are united and they are organized. And now it is time to get on board with something that is proven and organized and is working. And that's Act for America.
That's right. And my philosophy is better prepared than scared. I know a lot of people in our country are going, oh my God, I'm so worried. I'm so worried. I'm so scared. What's going to happen? Oh, we're scared to speak up. We're scared to do this. We're scared to do that. Well, you know what? Better prepared than scared. And you don't have to be on the front lines. We are on the front lines. I am on the front line. Brent is on the front line. Our face is on television. I'm the head of Act for America.
Right.
So you're anonymous. So your support is anonymous. You can donate through, a lot of people donate to us through a Christian foundation, through third parties. You can donate as an anonymous donor. We need the support, and we can take our country back. We absolutely can take our country back. Look, America is so different than any other country in the world. Americans have spunk. America is not a geographical location. America is an attitude.
Right.
What made us different than the rest of the world is our attitude, our drive, our passion, our spunk, our security, our self-confidence. We knew we can reach out to the moon. We knew we can get anything we want to get done. We can get done because the sky is the limit. Because we knew that our founding fathers gave us an incredible country with incredible laws that enables the individual to prosper, to feel secure, to feel, I mean, good. Look at the wisdom that they had. I mean, it's incredible.
Right.
You know, the right to bear arms, for example. So our government will never be able to intimidate us. When I watch what's happening in Iran right now,
Right.
where the people are disarmed, where people are killed in the street, where the
Right.
mullahs and the mullahcracy block the internet, and nobody is armed in Iran. You know, nobody can defend themselves. So
Right.
when you look at our country and you think, that's exactly why our founding fathers said, you know, gave us the Second Amendment, that
Right.
we can be armed, we can protect our rights, we have the right to self-defense. When you look at their wisdom, it's amazing. And so this is why we are encouraged, we are inspired, as much as our founding fathers fought in their day. Every generation is called to serve. This is our call. Freedom is not going to fall under our watch.
Right.
Freedom is not going to die while we are watching, sitting on the sideline. It's not going to happen as long as we have a breath. And I'm sure if you are still with us watching this show, I'm sure you share my passion. I'm sure you have red, white, and blue blood flowing through your veins like I have, like Brent have. Now is the time for all of us to come together and save our country. Do not wait. Do not put it off. The time for waiting and putting off is past a decade ago. Now is the time for action. They want to destroy our country. Foreign forces want to destroy our country. And now it's our time to stand up and defend her. And your vote matters this coming election. And your voice matters. Make sure you are signed up. Go to actforamerica.org. Sign up to get our emails and action alerts. Together, we can make a difference for the country.
Another great show, Brigitte. Incredible organization. Folks, we're doing it. You're making it happen. And of course, Brigitte, nobody embodies American spirit and courage and spunk like you do. It's great being with you. I can't wait till next time.
Thank you. Till next time. Have a great evening.